Why hello. Do weddings make you cry? You better grab your tissues because I have gathered up all of Barbie's vintage wedding gowns dating from 1959 to 1972. And then I'm gonna top it off with a couple of wedding sets from the 90s. It's gonna be quite a show. You guys know that Barbie's earliest fashions were at the peak of quality. They're amazing. There are zippers down the back. There are amazing brocades and satins and tules and chiffons. It's gonna be an amazing little show. So why don't we just get it started? Are you ready? Dum dum da dum 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 da dum. Come on, how absolutely beautiful is she? This was the first Barbie wedding dress from 1959 called Wedding Day. And Jesus, look at these just like miles of tulle that's flocked and silver accented. She came with pearls and pearls on her veil. She is just so beautiful. Remember, this was the first time we saw Barbie in a commercial. Even just having a toy commercial was pretty revolutionary at the time. And it was pretty important for us to see Barbie as a bride for the first time, because that way everybody knew that regardless of whether she had breasts and a full female figure, you know, she wasn't a trollop. She was a beautiful, blushing bride here. And my God, just how beautiful is she? She also has a garter under here and bouquet and white gloves. This is a number 5 Barbie. You can tell by the sort of shiny face she has. And also, I don't know if you guys know, a lot of ponytail Barbies from the early 60s, whenever the hair length wasn't exactly what it should be, instead of just redoing it, they would either put it in a braid or a nice tight little bun here. And when I saw this one with the bun, when I first bought her, I thought, oh my God, she is absolutely perfect for wedding day. And so she's pretty much lived in this gown ever since. And she's perfect. She's absolutely perfect. This gown is made so beautifully, satin underneath, this full double-tiered skirt, and oh my God. I was so happy when I found this one complete and in great condition. I'm not even that really into wedding gowns and wedding stuff in general, but when it comes to Barbie, I'm just like, give me more. I want more, I wanna see more. So here she is, Wedding Day, 1959. And the next one that came out was in 1963, and that one is called Bride's Dream. It's a little bit different, but quite beautiful. Let's bring her out. It's Midge, baby. Has Midge ever looked so beautiful in her whole life? Now, a lot of you are not that crazy about the early midges and their half the time sort of wall-eyed appearance, but I think she is just so beautiful. One thing you'll notice is most of the dolls that I have dressed today are redheads. I don't know why. I love a redheaded bride. I don't know why. Midge looks absolutely beautiful. Like I said, the second wedding dress that ever came out. We have this full satin skirt here, and then this big chiffon overskirt with a ruffled panel here at the front, long sleeve gloves, bouquet, more pearls, the same pearled veil that came with Wedding Day before. And damn, this is just something like right out of a fairy tale, like some Disney movie or something. She is so beautiful. There's 2 snaps in the back of this one, just like the first one, 2 snaps in the back. And I have never seen a early 60s midge look so beautiful. Have you? No. That's the answer. No. No, you haven't. But there is a third one that has taken a bit of a departure from the first 2, and it's pretty amazing. This next one came out in 1966. Let's take a look at that one. Can you believe this one? I mean, okay, the dress on this one is a little more simple, all white satin with a lace trimmed bodice and more lace here on the skirt. This was referred to a lot as the American Girl wedding dress. I did have an American Girl in this one, but mine are currently busy doing other things. So I grabbed this Stacy here who, come on, that probably kills it more than the American Girl, let's be real. And look at this veil. This veil is sort of what makes this one. It's all of this tulle and this lace trim that just trails behind her. This is a very popular one amongst collectors. It's a little bit hard to find the veil and stuff, but come on. She is so beautiful. It's got these little bows tied in the veil too. I look at these and I'm wondering, why don't I always have these out on display, like all the brides together? A lot of these dresses I just sort of keep tucked away in the cabinet, and I'm like, why the hell am I doing that? I should have them all out all the time. Look how great this would display in any collection. Now, the next one is actually even harder to find than this one. The next one's probably the hardest to find of anything I'm gonna show you here. But I got it, baby. I got it. So let's bring her out. Oh yeah. This one is called Beautiful Bride, and it is a full satin gown that's split down the center with this like petal-shaped bodice, and underneath is this tulle that has a like pin dot design over it. So beautiful. It's got a little bow here at the waist. It's got a zipper down the back. The last one had a long zipper down the back too. I have a vintage Titian TNT in this one. You know, the Titian ones are really rare, and so I thought, well, let's just put the rarest TNT Barbie in the rarest wedding gown, because why the hell not? She deserves it. The veil again has this pin dot design with a satin bow in the front. If I were to marry one of these girls, I don't know, I might prefer her in something like this. I don't know. I don't plan on marrying a woman anytime soon, but if I did, I think I might just want her in something like this. Oh, but there's one in 1972 that I actually might prefer. Okay, we're gonna get to that one. We're gonna get to that one. This is definitely one of the coolest, the prettiest wedding gowns that we are looking at, and damn, it's so good. It was only available for 1 year. Damn, is it worth it if you can find it. Oh, I love it. Okay, let's take a look at the next one. All right, I brought out Christy for this one. Come on, this one is a big departure, and again, this one's actually really hard to find too. This was available from 1968 to 1969. It's called Wedding Wonder. These like flowing tint dresses were very popular in the late 60s. It's really different. This like massive outer skirt here is, what do you call it? Like a dotted Swiss nylon, I think it is. And look how cool it is. In the back, you can see it comes together with these little bows right here. So beautiful. It's a satin gown underneath with the satin collar here. Is Christy not one of the most beautiful brides you've ever seen in your life? She is just everything. You know, I got the bouquet, you got the tulle veil. There is a zipper on the back of the satin dress underneath here too. It's just one of the highest quality gowns I think there were, and it's so of the time. I mean, I don't think anyone really wears these like tint dresses anymore, but damn, I love this one. She's so cute. The next one is a pretty big departure as well. We are moving into cold weather. We are going to a winter wedding. So let's take a look at that one. Okay, it may be worth it just to have a wedding in the middle of the winter if you get to dress like this. This is called Winter Wedding, and it has this really heavy brocade and this like faux fur on the cuffs and the collar and this capped style veil with the fur over the front there too. Again, this sort of speaks to me like something out of a Disney movie. And like I said, I'm not even that big a fan of wedding gowns and that sort of thing, but when it comes to these Barbie gowns, it's just too good. It's too good to pass up. This one is very popular amongst collectors, and I think it's pretty easy to see why. Again, I've got a Titian TNT wearing this one. If you're gonna do a winter wedding, you should really go with something like this. I mean, come on. Just so beautiful. And the way that, I don't know if you can tell that the back, it's not a tint dress, but the way it flares out behind the shoulders is really beautiful. And it sort of wears a bit like a big coat or something, as well as a dress. It's so beautiful. The one that they released after this one was also a winter gown. So let's bring that one out. See, this one's pretty similar to the last one. Again, a winter wedding. This one was made from 1971 to 1972. It is called Bridal Brocade. And wow, it's got this heavy brocade with more white fur at the bottom here at the cuffs. So pretty, just like a fairy tale. She's got this gold and white braiding here at the bottom and at the sleeves and at this empire waist. It's kind of similar to the last one. I don't know why they did something that was so similar, but the dresses are actually shaped totally different. But I guess because they're both winter weddings, it reads very similar to me. And this veil was from the last dress. I do have the original one. I took a picture of it. It's on Instagram. It's somewhere in one of my cabinets. I couldn't find it, okay? It looks just the same as this one, almost. Jeez, you guys. She's absolutely beautiful. I don't know why they did another winter wedding right after the last one, but you know, I'm not complaining. It's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. But the next one is a big departure from everything we've seen so far. The next one screams early 70s, and it's one of my favorites. Let me grab it right now. Sweetheart Satin, 1972. I love that this one has more of a peasant look about it. It's so early 70s with this ruffled hem and these wide ruffles on the sleeves, and this very delicate, soft white satin and the ribbon that hangs right here. So beautiful. This one really screams early 70s to me. I kept this one barefoot because, I don't know, to me, she's just like a hippie getting married. Normally, I have a Malibu Christie wearing this, but my Malibu Christies are currently very busy. They're living independently. They're not in the mood to marry anyone. So I put a Titian TNT in this one, and damn, it doesn't matter what Barbie you put in this one, she's going to be absolutely gorgeous. She's just so delicate. And I guess this would conclude all of the gowns from 1959 to 1972. Do you want to go out and collect them all now? I bet you do. I bet you do. I thought we would jump ahead a few decades, and just for the hell of it, let's bring out some later releases, some wedding sets that I also have in the box that I think would be pretty fun to look at. Want to look at them? Yeah. Barbie's Dream Wedding. Now, I actually gave one of these sets away for one of my giveaways over on Instagram. So make sure you're following me over there, or you could have had something like this yourself. This is an African-American version, and you can see we have Stacy and Todd here, both African-American versions of them. She is wearing a very classic wedding dress that sort of harks back to the first wedding day set we saw, only this came out a lot later and the quality is just not there. It's not what it used to be anyway, but that doesn't make her any less, okay, it makes her a little less beautiful, but she's still beautiful. There was a wedding day set that came out in the 60s with Barbie and Ken, but ever since, it's really up to the kid or the adult, whatever, who's ever playing with Barbie, to decide who the hell she's gonna marry. Because Barbie is technically forever single. So they're not going to include a Ken that's marrying Barbie in this set, because that would be too conclusive. Remember whenever Barbie and Ken broke up like a while back? And then they got back together, like what the hell was that about? That was stupid. The last thing I wanna bring out is maybe the ultimate Barbie wedding set you can find. It's a big one. It's a really big one. So let me grab that right now. It's Midge's dream wedding. Now, can you believe how big this one is? We have got Midge and Barbie and Alan and Ken and Todd and Kelly. It is a full wedding set here. This is like one of the biggest Barbie sets of dolls that you could find. And a lot of people want this one. I remember, I think it was Joey from Beauty Inside a Box who was saying when he did the video with me that this was one of his grail pieces, and it's pretty easy to see why. Midge looks beautiful. Again, a red-headed bride, which you know I love. Barbie and Kelly are in pink. The dolls are not exactly like tied in very well anymore, but whatever. You know, sometimes the rubber bands will disintegrate, but I'm still keeping them in the box because it's just too good. I always laugh when I see Todd because he has one of those haircuts where it's like, you just buzzed your hair and now you're in that weird, awkward stage where you're growing it out. This is a fun set. Superstar sculpt on Barbie and Ken. Midge, oh my god, she looks so pretty. You know, if you're a 90s Barbie collector and a fan of weddings, I mean, this is definitely one to get. I bet you could find it on eBay for maybe like $120 to $175, maybe. It's worth it. It's worth it. This is a good set. You get a lot of bang for your buck. I think this is a good one to end on because it's just so cool. It's so elaborate. I approve. I approve. So that would bring our little vintage bridal show to a close. Let me know which ones are your favorite. Which ones did you have as a kid? Which ones do you want now? Have you been trying to find any of these and you just can't? I remember when I put all of these together, it was a pretty big project and I had to find a lot of things separately before I could get them all together, but it was worth it. I think that Barbie's vintage gowns are some of the greatest pieces that she's ever had. Sorry there was no video last week. I've been a little bit under the weather, but I'm feeling better now. So thank you guys for sticking with me. Remember, anyone who donates to my channel will automatically be entered into my monthly giveaways over on Instagram. So make sure you're following me over there. And thank you guys so much for joining me. I will see you next time. Bye.